Hello, everyone. I'm Sign1News anchor Vanessa Paloma Bajarnik. Here's a quick look at the top trending international news stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment during this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. The assassination of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has triggered shockwaves of sorrow around the globe. After analyzing social media images, CNN reconstructed the scene of the crime. Abe was speaking at a campaign rally near a train station in the city of Nara. A gunman approached him from behind and fired 2 shots. One to the neck and the other through the chest. One bullet traveled deep enough to reach Abe's heart. Doctors say Abe bled to death. President Biden stopped by the Japanese ambassador's residence in Washington, D.C. to sign the condolence book. He also left a tiny wreath of flowers in honor of a man he called his friend. In Taiwan, the Taipei 101 skyscraper was lit up to mourn Abe's death. The words on the building translate to say, "In mourning of Prime Minister Abe, friend of Taiwan forever. And thank you, Prime Minister Abe, for your support and friendship to Taiwan." This is video of Abe's body being transported in a black SUV from the hospital to Tokyo. Hundreds of people are gathered in the street to see the vehicle go by. Funeral services for Abe are scheduled for Monday and Tuesday. Prime Minister Boris Johnson stepped down Thursday morning. By Thursday night, Conservative member Tom Tugendhat and former British Finance Minister Rishi Sunak both announced they want to become the next Prime Minister. Tugendhat is one of Johnson's biggest critics. He says the country needs a clean start and a government people can trust. Sunak was one of the 60 government ministers that quit in protest of Johnson's leadership. He says he wants to rebuild the economy and reunite the country. In Denmark, a memorial of flowers and candles continues to grow in front of the Copenhagen Mall, where 3 people were killed and 4 others wounded in a deadly shooting last Sunday. Police arrested a 22-year-old man who authorities say had psychiatric problems. He will be charged with murder. Authorities do not think it was an act of terror. Police will remain at the mall while the investigation continues. Twitter is legally challenging the Indian government's orders to remove content. In the past, authorities have asked Twitter to remove posts critical of the government. That includes its handling of the second wave of the coronavirus last spring. In June, authorities threatened Twitter with the possibility of a criminal trial if Twitter did not censor some tweets and accounts. Twitter has agreed, for now, but is seeking a judge's review. Pope Francis says his health issues will not cause him to step down from the Vatican. The Pope says he had a small fracture in his knee and that one of his ligaments was inflamed. He also denied rumors that he had cancer. Francis was scheduled to visit 2 African countries this month, but doctors advised him to skip the trips due to his knee problems. The Pope says he also plans to visit Ukraine and Russia. The Eiffel Tower in Paris is one of the world's most recognizable landmarks, and it is badly in need of repairs. The iron on the building is rusting. But according to sources at Marianne magazine, instead of repairs, the tower is getting $60 million in fresh paint. It's the 20th time the tower has been repainted. The Eiffel Tower gets about 6 million visitors a year. The company that manages the tower doesn't want to close it for a long time for maintenance because of the tourist revenue that could be lost. Animals at a Japanese aquarium are being fed cheaper fish. And they're not happy about it. The struggling economy forced the aquarium to switch from the more expensive fish called ahi to a cheaper fish like mackerel. But when the aquarium tried to feed the penguins the cheap fish, they refused to open their mouths. Some of them even turned their heads away. So the aquarium decided to mix the expensive fish with the cheaper fish. The penguins still don't like it, but at least they're eating some of it. Sign1News will be broadcasting international news updates in ISL every Sunday. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.